Have you been thinking about buying or selling a home? Whether you're a first-time home buyer or a seasoned real estate investor, it is important to understand the three most common contingencies that are included in a purchase contract. The first contingency is the home inspection or due diligence contingency. This gives the buyer a specific period of time to conduct a thorough inspection of the home's condition, including hiring a professional home inspector. So if any issues are discovered during the inspection that are unacceptable to the buyer, they can terminate the contract and receive refunds of their earnest money that they might have deposited, as long as it is before the deadline is specified in the contract. The second contingency is the appraisal contingency, which typically only applies to buyers who are obtaining a mortgage to purchase the property. The buyer will order the appraisal through the lender. The appraisal will go to the home to ensure that the home is worth the price purchase specified in the contract. Now, if the appraisal comes in lower than the purchase price, the buyer has the option to back out of the contract and receive a refund of their earnest money deposit. The third contingency is the financing contingency, also known as the mortgage contingency. This is another provision that is specific to buyers who are obtaining a mortgage to finance their home purchase. The buyer sets a period of time to securing the loan approval from their lender. Through this contingency, the buyer sets a period of time to secure financing from their lender. So what would make a buyer fall through financing contingencies? Well, let me give you this example. If you are shopping for a home and you already got pre-approved, which if you're working with me, you've already been pre-approved, that lender will give you a letter that is good for 90 days. Now, within those 90-day periods, you can go and shop for a property. Let's say that when you first got this letter, the APR was at 5% and you have not locked in your rate yet. Well, what happened is you were pre-qualified for $500,000 home while the APR was 5%. Now, let's say fast forward 2 months later, now you found your home that you are ready to buy and it costs $500,000. Well, when you go through the lender process to go through underwriting, then they find out that now the rate is 7%. So guess what? Right now, you can no longer qualify to purchase a home at $500,000 because you are only qualified to purchase a $440,000 home, making you fall through the financing contingency. I hope you understood my example and I didn't just confuse you even more. However, that is the third contingency. So if financing falls through before the deadline specified in the contract, the buyer can cancel the contract and receive their refund of their earnest money deposit. It is important to know that these contingencies are designed to protect the buyer and give them an out if something goes wrong during the home buying process. As a seller, it is important to be aware of these contingencies and understand that they can impact the sale of your home. On the other hand, as a buyer, it is important to work closely with your real estate agent and lender to ensure that you are fully protected and understand the terms of your contract and that you are always within your timelines from your contingencies in order for you to get your earnest money protected. So in conclusion, understanding the three most common contingencies in real estate contract is essential for both the buyer and seller. So by working closely with a real estate professional and being aware of these provisions, you can ensure a successful and a smooth transaction when buying or selling a home. Thanks for watching. Again, see you in the next video. This is Betty Gonzalez, serving the military community of South Florida, from serving our country to serving you.